Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came to us in the person of Master Far Muhammad. And I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is indeed thine exalted Christ. I furthermore indeed bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our divine reminder, big brother, warner and friend, leader, teacher and guide. Indeed, he is the Messiah in our presence today. I greet you all in the nation, greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. All praises are due to Allah. On behalf of Brother Albert Muhammad and the Let Us Make Man family. As always, family, we continuously thank you for your support. We thank you for taking a few moments of your time to watch the videos, the reading of our posts, the supporting of our cause. We could never thank you enough. I want to take a few moments of your time, family, and share with you my last conversation with my big brother, student minister, Aaron Muhammad. Original salute. All praises due to Allah. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us to rise above emotions into the thinking of God. I want to say, oftentimes, my passion is misconstrued with emotions. And I'm starting this by simply saying that there will be a great sense of passion that has nothing to do with emotions. I want to make that point clear. I can't begin to thank Allah enough for this journey that He has allowed me to embark on in the Nation of Islam. At the beginning of this journey, as a greenhorn, in my previous video saluting Minister James Shabazz out of Newark, I made mention of the few, but there were many, lieutenants that I was actually trained under. I never made mention of the names of the individuals that I thank Allah dearly, and also said that if I had to, I would give my life to these brothers. And Brother Aaron was one of them. Actually, one that actually played a key role in my introduction to the Nation of Islam. When I first met brother, I was highly inspired by his aura, his structure, his demeanor, his discipline. I admire him more than he even may have really known. Brother Aaron was a wise God, a universal God, way before his time, man. So I'm having a conversation with my brother and letting Brother Aaron know how grateful that I am to have had his guidance and leadership. There were 4 brothers, a total of 5, including Brother Aaron. And I don't want to deplay or delete anything from anyone that may have played their role during that time in the military capacity, excuse me, Amos number 25. Brother Paul Muhammad, Brother Joseph, Brother Tracy, Brother Rob, and Brother Aaron. These are the men that were lieutenants when I first came on deck. And these brothers showed me and taught me a supreme level of militancy and discipline. And I thank Allah for each and every one of them and all those who played their role in the military capacity at that time. Brother Aaron, man, there's so much, brother, that I can say. I like to dwell on the positive because in my mind, Muslim dies. So I don't see my brother as being dead. Now, Cypher. See, I see my brother has transitioned to a supreme level of the universe. The 21st letter of the alphabet is U. To me, it means universe. You and I verse to bring about a better understanding of life itself. So my brother has transitioned to a supreme level within the universe. See, a man like this could never die. Anyone that's walking in the path of Allah, representing the Messiah, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, there is no death for the Muslims, the Muqmadeen. Now, I said, pardon my passion for the beginning, but many don't know my struggle. And this brother, Aaron Muhammad, student minister Aaron Muhammad, was on deck. King College. See, some of y'all not going to know what I'm talking about King College. College that year, that night. Bigger things happened than what was going on with my beloved brother, Minister Dr. Khaled. The Meadowlands. See, if you was at the Meadowlands, do you know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to get deep into it. Right? Patterson. And even since I've been in the central region, when my back was up against the wall, I could call Aaron. Man, Aaron was there. Brother, bigger than what some of y'all know, man. See, we take the little believer or the ones that not so popular, that not so out there for granted. And many of us don't know or have an idea of the people that we literally touch. Too busy to pay attention. Not Brother Aaron. Not for me anyway. Not Brother Aaron. Huh? Man, look. Brother Aaron. Brother King College. You and I know at that time it was going to be what it was going to be that night. But you showed so much love and compassion, brother. Making sure that everything was going to be all right. Right? At the Meadowlands. I'm basically surrounded by quite a few people. But Brother Aaron didn't really realize what was actually going on. I'm not getting into the details of that night. But what I will say is I looked over my right shoulder like this. There go Brother Aaron. Brother Albert, is everything all right? Yes, sir, brother First at the time. I want to believe. Yes, sir, Brother Aaron. Yes, sir, Brother First. Everything all right? Things got a little salty at the time But at that time, we was going to ride or die. That night at the Meadowlands. Love you, bro. You see, when I was in Patterson, back up against the wall, slander, gossip, whatever, Brother Aaron eased through. He did the knowledge. At the time, I was running a study group coordinator for a short period of time. I never take pleasure in titles, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said one of the greatest titles for the Muslim is brother. That has always been one of the most important titles outside being a Muslim. So I really never take these titles out of pocket. But I was running the study group. Things got a little crazy. Brother Aaron came through, man. Brother Albert is, yes, sir, Brother Aaron. Everything is fine. And we talked. And he said, nah, brother. Shit, Brother Albert, keep doing what you doing, brother. Men sharpen men like steel sharpen steel. See? There was a militancy in Newark at that time, man. You would only have to be there to understand it. Right? I said in one of my posts, I said, I said, thanks to you, Brother Aaron, that I made it, or I'm here, something to that degree. What I was referring to was, in the Nation of Islam, there's a process that you go through in order to become an active participant in the nation. Registered believer, so to speak. That process means, or was, or is, you have to recite and get an X. You have to recite and get an X. So I came in like under the 5% nation theology at the time. And so when they said, brother, you got to recite student of Romans, you got to recite actual facts, I'm all super excited because I'm thinking to myself, it's nothing to it. I got this. It's nothing. Lo and behold, did I know that I would have to recite to my brother, Brother Aaron. I could see it as if this was yesterday. This is in the 90s, 2 or 3, one or the other. Brother Aaron said, Brother Albert, you ready? I said, yes, sir. And I begin the process of reciting. And at the end, brother said, congratulations. Welcome to the Nation of Islam. I said, Takbir, Allahu Akbar. At that time, the most happiest day of my life. Not so much as I was reciting to Brother Aaron, but the reality is I became a part of a brotherhood in my heart and mind, in my mind and heart, that I wanted to be a part of. Because I grew up in a family with 4 women, right? 3 siblings as women and a mother. So I always searched for a brotherhood. And at Mosque number 25 that year, I was inducted to the Nation of Islam. And I'm watching, at this time, I'm watching Brother Aaron, Brother Paul, Brother Joseph, Brother Tracy, and Brother Rob. These was the lieutenants. There were others from the surrounding cities, but these was the direct lieutenants in Newark. Militant, disciplined, humble, wise, intelligent, passionate, loved the minister, loved the nation. I said, before I die, I'm going to be just like that or better. That's my word. I remember Brother Lawrence, our dear brother, who is no longer with us, he walked me through the process of getting to the point of recitation. Brother Lawrence said to me, Brother Albert, one day, or pardon me, when you get this, meaning when you learn this thing, you're going to be a force to reckon with. This was in 91. He said, because your passion is so sincere already. Right? You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. When you can call somebody 20 years, 25 years later, and you may have not spoken with that person for 10 years or whatever within that time span. And they greet you the same way they greeted you from day one. That was Brother Aaron. That's Brother Paul. That's Brother Joseph. That's Brother Tracy. That's Brother Rob. I don't care what I'm going through, bro. I don't care what gossip y'all put out there, what you say. I call any one of these brothers today. I'm in the central region. And they will not turn down the phone call. Right? We had, at the time, one of the most electrifying captains. Y'all know who it is. At the time, man. And their training came from this brother. A captain that you can only really, if you're smart, just watch and learn from. Right? But what's so touching to me about you, Brother Aaron, is that, you know, you didn't see me outside the pocket, man. And never, I have never had any charge of insubordination because I was well disciplined and so eager and passionate to learn or willing to learn. But I would hit the field, wired for sound, crack soldier. I remember I told Brother Aaron, this was when I got here to the central region. I said, Brother Aaron, you're not going to believe this. We laughing and joking. He said, what's that, Brother Albert? He said, man, I said, Brother Aaron, can you believe that I'm a professional scuba diver? He said, what? I said, yes, sir, brother. I said, man, look here, bro. I got certified from this place, that place, and my certificate, it warrants or allow me to actually participate in search and recovery and diving, scuba diving. It was a big thing for me. And so Brother Aaron said, man, Brother Albert, brother, don't sit on that, brother. He said, man, let somebody in National know. He said, that could be something that we can use in the very near future to galvanize our people or put brothers together to learn this thing. So when we have to go and search for our own people, we have a team. I said, yes, sir. It took me a minute, but I actually followed his instructions and I let the right ones know that, hey, this is what I can do. Right? Now you're talking about a person that came home in Jersey, right? Against all odds. Right? There was a Brother Aaron, you remember that call that I was on here not a few years ago? And after the call, you called me, right, bud? Something like, Brother Albert, yes, sir, Brother Aaron, what's up? What's up? Everything all right, brother? Yes, sir. And I got into the call with him, and he said, Allahu Akbar, brother. He said, man, look here, brother. Brother, you born to do this, brother. Just hold fast. Stay on your grind, brother. Stay with the minister, brother. I know you love the minister. I said, hands down. Hands down. Right? Um, and when brother, he was involved with so much, always inspired to do great things for our nation, for our people. He wasn't self-centered at all. Brother Aaron will give his heart as long as he knows you're in line with the Messiah. See, to Brother Aaron, I know it was a big thing when it came down to the Messiah, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And see, at that time, I'm not taking nothing away from no other city, no other mosque, none of that, brother. Because I want to believe we all have that same great love for the Messiah, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. See, I love the minister so much. Back in 94, that there was a detail, Brother Aaron, I'm not sure if I told you this, but there was a detail, the minister was in the area, and I wasn't feeling good at all, right? And to be on that detail. So I went to the detail, right? I wanted to see the not knowing my condition. After the detail, because I was on post, Brother Aaron, and I could hear my heart thumping, pump, 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 pump. I'm thinking to myself, this is weird, this is odd. But it didn't mean nothing to me because at that time, I wanted to be on deck. I wanted to hold post for the minister. I was ready to die for the minister. No, for surety, this is what, when I got back to Patterson, I lived right next door to the hospital. Went inside the emergency room. The doctor told me, he said, if you would have stayed out there another 7 hours or 8 hours, you'd be dead. I didn't really realize, I didn't even feel none of that. And you never do when your time is up. I never shared that with you, Brother Aaron, because I know you would have said, no, sir, brother, go get yourself right. Right? I didn't even share it with my immediate squad leader, or lieutenant at the time. I wanted to be with the minister. It didn't matter. Whatever it's going to take. You have always shown, brother, always shown love for myself, man. I'm just keeping it real. When I got the word, our brother transitioned, I just said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I sat for from that day, which was, I want to say last Saturday. Pardon me if I'm in error. But it took me a minute to create a post because I had to process what I was hearing. And then I had to process what I was seeing coming across social media feeds, which the love all the brothers and sisters who may have worked with you or been around you, they were expressing was so beautiful, man. You never really know, man, who really loves you, unfortunately, until our demise. And we should not wait until our one transition to express our deepest love. But as time go on, we will ultimately figure that part out on how to express and love one another and give each other our flowers or their flowers while they're present. There's so much I could say, dear brother. I just thank you so much, Brother Aaron, for your inspiration, your encouragement, your dedication and commitment to the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as is taught today by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That post that I created with those photos spoke to me, to our history at that time in the 90s. And it reminds me so much of when I got started. When I first came to the mosque, 312 Washington Street. When I first got started. And when I finally met yourself, brother, starch, tall. I remember when we had PT, we used to have PT. And you know, you had the glove up at the time. And I put the gloves on with Brother Aaron, but I'm thinking to myself, man, just hold your hands up. But he was because he was training me. Like, you know, it was just some simple PT. And you know, man, Brother Aaron, I like, bro, listen, man, I'm like, you know, death is around the corner. The death angels are present, man. But see, the Muslim don't die. We don't die. We transition. You have left enough work for those that may have been around you in your, you know, at your final stage of this level of understanding of life that can carry on for generations. Those of us that actually worked with you and been with you, dear brother, we know where your heart was. And a lot of the passion that I exhibit comes from the development and training that I received from all 5 brothers. Because I never really had to deal with the captain. He was so perfect. He was so, when I find the right word, the captain. He was so, he was so great in a sense, a good part of me. He was so good at what he did that he trained men like the ones I mentioned, where you really didn't even have to bother the captain because they were able to handle almost any and everything, right? While the captain did what he had to do. You know, brother Henry, man, listen, brother. I don't know, but I know my time on this planet is short. And I want to utilize every moment that I have to fulfill my commitment as you have done in making my word bond. In the letter that I wrote to Mr. Muhammad, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, stating that I will help his principal student, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, deliver the 17 million or more Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So I want to take whatever time I have left to do the best that I could in some shape, form, or fashion to fulfill my commitment. Right? This podcast. When I created this podcast, brother, you called me and say, keep going, brother. Huh? You called me and said, don't stop, brother. Just keep giving it to him, brother. Keep giving him the minister, brother. Yes, sir, brother Aaron. Yes, sir. Keep that fire going, brother. Praise be to Allah. Man, you know, I can't even fathom or put in my mind that you're no longer here. Now Cypher. No, sir. You know, again, man, King College, the Meadowlands. These were some pivotal moments in my life. Patterson. And you was there, man. Ready to ride, whatever it took. You was about that life. when it came down, humble and committed, but you stood on the strength of the brotherhood, which allowed me to develop the same type spirit and mindset when it comes to the brotherhood. Ain't nothing fake about this, brother. This is real when it comes to the Nation of Islam, when it comes to the brotherhood, right? You know, brother Aaron, man, I can go on and on and on, man. I just been constantly building to myself over the last 4 or 5 days, just thinking about yourself, brother, thinking about, you know, the admiration that I have for you, brother. When you, when I got word that you became a minister in Georgia, then I believe it was the study group coordinator first, right? Pardon me if I get it wrong, family. Pardon me, right? And then you guys developed, or you received the number, became a mosque, and you became the minister. And I called you up. I called you up. So I'm like, brother minister, you said, nah, brother Albert, this brother Aaron. I said, nah, brother, you there now. Not made it, you there now, in the sense of you in a position where you can continue making your word bond and raising or helping the minister deliver the 17 million or more dead. I said, brother Aaron, man, I'm so proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he was so, you were so humble that you stayed, you didn't gloat in it like a lot of us do. You know what I mean? You just stay humble. I'm sorry, brother Albert. This brother Aaron, but I said, yes, sir, brother minister. You know, I had to, pull your leg on it. But I was really excited, man, when I got the word, brother, that you became a student minister in that city in Georgia. And then you guys received your number. I don't remember what number it was, but you guys received your number. And it was so inspiring, man, because I was like, I don't know what my mission is, what Allah has for me, meaning myself, to do. But I'm just going to continue following the Messiah. Continue keeping the Messiah name out front. If I don't do nothing else, brother. If I don't do nothing else, I will continue the best that I could to keep the Messiah name out front. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Y'all brothers taught me how to secure the minister, brother. Y'all brothers taught me how to be vigilant, you know what I'm saying? Obedient, militant, humble, tolerant, dependable, courteous, right? All these traits, there's 7 traits that plays a key role in being an FOI. And your brothers taught not just me, the many brothers that you have touched. I'm only sharing my personal experience. It's not about me, man. Because you have touched many. And there are lieutenants in the nation today that are doing the same thing. Original salute, man. But I love my brother. So I'm sharing my passion and love for my brother. That's all. That's all, man. That's all. The last text I sent to you was back a month ago, give or take, or 2, whichever one it was. I got word that you wasn't you wasn't yourself, so to speak, physically. So I reached out and I couldn't get you on the line. I didn't know the critical stages you may have been in. So I sent a text. I said, I'm like, brother Aaron, just checking on my brother. And a few weeks later, this happened. And so, with not much, excuse me, with not much time left, I know. Again, I fast and pray a lot that I do the best that I could to make my word bond and helping the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan deliver the 17 million or more dead to the Lamb of God, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I want to end this by saying thank you so much, dear brother, for your inspiration, your encouragement, the multiple times that you have shown love to myself, had my back, called me up, bro, when the heat was on. And you know me, I was always smiling. Like, it's all good, Brother Aaron. I remember the captain told me, and he did say this to me personally years ago. He said, Brother Albert, because I thought I was in trouble about whatever it was. So he said, Brother Albert, you can't get in trouble for doing nothing, brother. So go to work. I said, yes, sir, Brother Captain. That stick with me to this day. It's 2025. That was back in 95, 96, whatever it was. But I live by that creed to this day. I don't worry about getting in trouble about nothing. As long as I'm doing the best that I could to follow the guide of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, hear and obey to my national instructions. I'm not found I'm not found being insubordinate, right? Respectful authority allows you to challenge what you don't understand within respect. So as long as I am holding up to that creed, the Constitution of the Nation of Islam, the restricted laws of the Nation of Islam, I have no worries, man. I sometimes I entertain certain things that I probably shouldn't, but it's for entertainment purposes. It's like laughter, right? And so, I could go on and on and on, brother. You know what I mean? Brother Aaron, I don't see you as being dead, anything like that. Now, Cypher, no way, brother. You have done too much, brother. And I know there's far more people that have been touched by you, like myself, who would probably share the same sentiment if they hadn't already done that. So I'm not saying that what I'm sharing is more special than anyone else. But what I am saying, that I thank Allah for you, dear brother, and all that you have contributed to my life, inspired me in multiple times and multiple occasions to steadfast and hang on in regards to this mission that we all embarked on. If you signed your letter, listen to me clearly, if you're in the Nation of Islam, you signed your letter and received your X, General Order number 5 is in full effect for life. Quit my post, or quit your post only when properly relieved. Our brother has been properly relieved to the degree that we can understand. Never quit your post. I don't care what we're going through. I don't give a damn who like you or who don't like you. Hold fast. And that's what Brother Aaron was sharing with me on multiple occasions, even while being in the central region. We have a beautiful regional captain. I love that brother here. Man, look, this is real, man. We have to understand and appreciate each other while we're present. Give each other flowers. Love each other. Brother and sister, I'm talking. A nation can rise no higher than its woman, but it won't do no good without family. God, family, the nation. In that order. So teaches the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Right? Listen to what I'm saying. Man, I don't have tears because I'm so full of joy just knowing my brother, Brother Aaron. Right? I've seen him put his life on the line. He showed me what brotherhood is like. When our captain back was up against the wall, he came through like a roaring lion, making sure everything was on time, in debt, or like on time, so to speak, in line. He showed me, man, just by example. He don't know this because I never told him nothing about that. The knowledge degree is to know, look, listen, learn, and observe. I'm good at that, just in case you think I'm not. If you think that way, you're sadly mistaken. Because you don't acquire knowledge by running your mouth. You don't acquire knowledge by acting like you got it already. You acquire knowledge by being observant to your surroundings. See? So I saw things, man, and watched things transpire in the role that my brother Aaron Muhammad played in it. And thank Allah for allowing me to still be present in this day and time. Still have the same passion and commitment to helping the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I don't want to die unless I die the death of a Muqmadeen, a Muslim. One who submits his entire will to do the will of Allah. That comes within the process of time. To submit your entire will to do the will of Allah comes within the process of time. Hard trials are necessary to establish truth. You have to go through something to fulfill such a commitment, man. Brother went through it. I didn't know his physical state, but he was a warrior. He didn't run around talking about I'm sick. Stayed working out there in Georgia on the farm, fulfilling his vision, his dream, helping others, inspiring other brothers and sisters while he was sick. Still working, man. Shit, pardon me, bro. Oh, man, I can't. This conversation could go on and on and on. I'm talking to my brother. See? I don't take my personal trials and just lavishing it in misery and sorrow. I accept the challenge. For my teacher is one who accepts the challenge, man. Shit, I'm sorry. But anyway, man, look here, man. Bro, you know, I don't know what to say, brother, to those who are listening. Part of my energy, part of my passion. If I offend anyone, I humbly apologize. For that's never the intention. But I love my brother, man. I love the brotherhood, period. Not just one particular brother. Yeah, I'm going to give you hard times. Yeah, I'm going to give you trials. Yeah, you may see me and say I may see you and not even know you. Assalamu alaikum, fruit. How you feel, fruit? What's general order number 13? If you answer it, that means you need to study. That's all. Men sharpen men like steel sharpen steel. You know it ain't no such thing as no general order number 13. Why would you even try to answer it? That's a test. That's all that is. But that's just how I've always been. Right? You can't hold posts and not in Newark. You know how long it took me to actually get a post when I first came on? They didn't just put me on posts. Shit, I had to earn that. I might have got parking lot posts. Watch the cars, brother. I enjoyed that, man. I was, you know, what's dude name on Martin? I can't think of that security guard name, but that's how I was when I first came on. In the parking lot, flashlight. That's the post they gave me. Right? Then eventually I got door posts. So I was put on posts in stages for me to understand the posts that I was being put on. Not just put me on posts in the dark. Huh? Look here, man. Let me end this by simply saying to my brother, love you, soldier. May Allah continue to bless your family and all that you have done in helping the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Original salute, Brother Student Minister Aaron Muhammad. A title that's well deserved, brother. because you was definitely a leader and a teacher, a wise God. Original salute. We out.